Comedy by Rachael Stanford, directed by Gary Hale, one of our playwrights. Gary will be directing Sunday Proposal, and Rachel, our other playwright, will be directing the final play, Red Blue Whatever. It's the first time we've had the playwrights direct each other's plays, so it's an added level this year. Sunday Proposal features Blake Stubbs as Billy, DC Little as John, Clark Ryans as Mr. Hannah, and Victoria Capangi Ryans as Mrs. Hannah. Lights on. John, a good-looking man, and Billy, who is painfully overdressed, stand outside of a door. John goes to open it. Billy grabs his hand. Stop you.
Hold on. Just give me a minute.
Seriously?
I'm scared, man. Just give me a moment to center.
Grow there, dude. I don't know why you're dragging me here. It's going to be so awkward. You owe me.
You know her dad, right? Do you think it's a good idea for me to go alone? He'd kill me. But with you here...
You could kill us both. Look, why don't you just elope with Laura? I've heard the Vegas has some very nice chapel actors, and Laura's always been a fan of Elvis.
I can't.
Oh, right, your fear of flying? Well, they make pills that can knock you out before flight.
Wow, really? That solves everything. No, Laura made it painfully clear she won't marry me until her father is okay with this.
Well, what she said.
Billy, I'm not marrying you until my father is okay with this.
Well, considering your history, I don't think that's going to happen.
You're right, I shouldn't have taken you. You're going to be no help.
Door opens. Mr. Hannah stands holding a shotgun.
I'm here.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing lying hanging out here like a bunch of thieves? Don't you have any common sense, boy? Why I might have shot you, then where would we be? Me with a dead body and the game on. I miss it, disposing of you. Kill me. Kill me! It's a good one, isn't it? Because couldn't kill because I knew you dead.
Good one. Isn't he funny, John?
Hilarious.
But, you see, sir, I have something very important that I want to ask or discuss with you.
You had to pick today of all days. It's game day, boy. Game day! Oh, well, no, you standing around here letting the kiddies eat us like a buffet. Soon you get in and swing jabber on like a woman to me, the quicker I can kick you out and get back to the game.
Mr. Hannah goes inside.
You have to help
John
me.
goes to Bolt. Billy grabs him.
I do not have to help you.
Look, you realize what will happen if I don't marry Laura, right? Because frankly, we both know she's way out of my league, and the fact that she'd even give me the time of day is a small miracle. Look, if I don't get her dad's permission and she bolts, I will be a wreck. You remember how bad it was when I broke up with Tori. I lived on your couch and made you watch Lifetime. And all the while, sniffling into a box of tissues, eating a tub of chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream.
I remember. Pretty outrageous considering you guys only dated for like, what, a month?
That's right. 1 month. 30 days. Laura and I have been together for years. Imagine, for years. Every time we bring a woman home, I'll be sitting on your couch, a sniffling little blob of sadness. Just think of me as your personal chastity belt.
What's taking you two so long? You trying to make a baby or something?
God, you owe me.
I'll talk to Laura and maybe we can name the first kid after.
We make out of this alive.
Billy and John enter the living room. Mr. Hannah is sitting in a recliner, his shotgun leaning on the coffee table.
Sit down, boy.
Yes, sir.
So, why are you here? It's Sunday, preventing you from watching the most important game of the season.
Well, sir, you see,
Mrs. Hannah enters holding a tray of snacks, glasses, and a tray of lemonade.
I have snacks and drinks and my special lemonade. I just know how much you boys used to love my lemonade. Well, I remember when you two used to come over to mow our lawn and you wouldn't eat because you drank a whole pitcher.
Mrs. Hannah sets the tray down and bends seductively over the boys, pouring them a drink.
what are you doing here? I thought you and Mr. Hannah were, well, you were...
Broken up. Slitsville. I hate her, she hates me. Stick a fork in and slick your lips, pour on some barbecue sauce, call it a day.
Paul's finally decided to give me a second chance. Isn't it wonderful?
Of course it is. Wonderful. Love triumphing over, I'm really
Laura and I, we've been dating for several years now, and as you know, we've gotten more serious. I mean, we've been living together almost a year now. And, well,
What's wrong, boy? Can't get your tongue? Can't because we don't have one.
Look, I make your daughter really happy, and she makes me happy. And I know we didn't start our relationship off on the best of foots, but I aim to marry her. And I even have the ring, and I was so scared of how you'd react that I convinced myself I could just ask her to elope and figure once the kids came along, you couldn't hate me anymore. But I know she won't say yes unless you say yes. So will you please say yes for your daughter's sake? Mr. Man, please say yes and don't shoot me.
Why would I shoot you? Just because you stole my daughter's purity? Oh, it ruined my marriage.
Mr. Hanna reaches forward. Billy ducks under the table.
Get down.
Mr. Hanna grabs a glass of lemonade and slowly takes a sip.
I do declare. This is the best lemonade in the world, isn't it, boys?
Yes, sir.
Billy sits
It
back
is.
on the couch and grabs his glass.
Did you ever hear of Jonestown? Yeah, you certainly give me a lot to think about. Too much to think about here. Darling, keep the boys company while I got on to my thinking room.
Mr. Hanna leaves.
Stinking room.
Oh, that musty old corner room where it keeps all its old memorabilia. Who says it helps him think? I don't see how anyone could pick down there with all those knives and guns hanging on the wall. Hanging everywhere, I just couldn't think.
This lemonade is really delicious. Could you bring us another pitcher?
What does happen to small?
John grabs the pitcher and drinks it quickly.
Oh no, it's gone.
Boys,
Mrs. Hanna exits.
We need to get out of here before Laura's father shoots us.
No, you need to go down there and convince him to let Laura marry me.
No way I'm going down into this chamber of death.
Pretty please?
I can't believe I'll even talk me into this. Willie, how do you expect us to go after what happened between you and Mrs. Hannah?
Look, I thought it would be simple. God, I don't know what I was thinking. That was 8 years ago. I was 15, for Christ's sake, and you weren't there. She seduced me. You know, day after day, kept walking around in skimpy outfits, jumping all over me, always buzzing around me. I just wanted her to stop. How was I supposed to know Mr. Hanna would walk in on us?
I'm not going down there.
You have to. You have to convince him. You're the man. You're the Mac-talking champion of the world. Who else but you would have gotten Laura to go out with me after she swore she'd never talk to me again? You're my only hope. Don't make me beg. I will get down on my knees right now. I will lick your boots if you
God,
say yes.
don't. I'll do it. But you really owe me. You better believe me, I'm cashing in.
John exits.
This is gonna work. John will go down there and work his magic on Mr. Hanna, and I'll come around. All I've got to do is just not screw it up.
Mrs. Hanna reaches his lemonade, her blouse tied up forming a midriff shirt.
Mrs. Hannah!
I brought the lemonade, hon. I thought so.
No, that's all right. I've changed my mind. I'm really not thirsty. Well, you see,
Oh, I know. It's my shirt, isn't it? You think I'm trying to seduce you again? Funny.
don't have to laugh so emphatically.
You really not. I put my husband down
Last time,
Last time I was getting back at my husband for a pretty little waitress he met in Boise. Stupid little bitch. He tried to deny it, but I saw the baby picture. The little girl had his eyes.
Laura has a sister.
Oh, shoot! I should have told you that. She doesn't know. But be dear, don't spill the beans to her. She found out she hated her father. Can't have that, can we? After I found out about the affair, I was just steaming mad. So I figured I'd teach the old dude a lesson. That he should see how it feels when he had his heart ripped out. It had nothing to do with you. You were just in the right place at the right time. You want to know a secret? Not really. That's why I hired you. I didn't really need help around the house, and if I did, I certainly could have found someone better than you. He was so scrawny, lazy, and bossy. The very opposite of my husband. I knew if you found us together, It would just kill him. I knew he'd come home early that day, so I allowed him out from Laura and let nature do its job. Pretty clever, isn't it?
So it wasn't because of my youthful looks?
So cute. Thinking you were some big macho Casanova. What if you are my double Laxi? There you are, getting all tongue-tied again. Oh, now, look, just look at me. You're enticing to look at, and I know I'm curvy, and it makes me want me. But if you are going to marry my daughter, you need to find a way to pass that. That you want to once for a very, very brief moment. And that my husband just happened to walk in on us, and I overreacted way too much, which, by the way, I did not expect him to do at all. I was just trying to teach him a lesson, and it was a complete unforeseen accident that I wronged, and it caused the ruin of my marriage, and Laura stayed with him, and I... Really, you just stop to think about it. It's that funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, I guess.
Of all the people you in the woods fall in love with, you pick the one person whose family is guaranteed to always hate you.
I guess I'm just a masochist.
And not how candy I was wrong about you. Oh, just joking.
You're a regular comedian.
No, now you're gonna make me blush. Better not. Who knows what my husband will do.
Wouldn't want that.
I'm just too much for myself sometimes, but really now that we have everything talked out, would you take some more lemonade?
Sure, Mrs. Hannah.
Good.
Mrs. Hannah goes to pour the glass, accidentally trips, and lands on Billy's lap. John and Mr. Hannah re-enter.
God, Billy! Couldn't you hold it in your pants for just a little longer?
What are you doing?
It isn't what you think.
Billy leaps up, letting Mrs. Hannah spill to the floor.
He was just getting me lemonade.
Lemonade? Is that what you kids are calling it these days? And to think I was actually going to give a sick boy like you my blessing to marry my sweet daughter.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna faint.
You were going to give me your blessing. Let's stick with that fact. This whole thing isn't what it looks like, Mr. Hannah. Mrs. Hannah was just bringing me a glass of lemonade and tripped at the most inappropriate possible time.
Do you expect me to believe that, boy? Do you think I'm stupid?
Oh, God, this can't be happening again.
It is, and just like last time, you're going to
Tom, don't hurt him.
No, I'll figure out something to say to Laura. I swear. I will. God, I don't want to die.
get, boy, while you still have legs for getting.
No. No. No more being afraid. I wouldn't even be in this mess if I had 1 ounce of backbone as a child. If I could have just stood up for what I knew was right back then.
Billy helps Mrs. Hannah up.
Look, no offense, Mrs. Hannah. You were really hot for a mom and all, but the only reason I slept with you was because you kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and I just said no. And this wasn't what it looked like. Okay, your ex-wife, or wife, or whatever, she tripped and fell. That's it. Nothing more.
Well, anyways, I understand, dear.
So look, even if you are going to kill me, which I would prefer if you didn't, no, I'm going to stand here and take it like an adult. Adult? I'm not leaving without getting your blessing, sir.
You're going to be here till we rock, because it'll be a cold day.
I'll tell your daughter about your affair. About the waitress in Boise 7 years ago, and the daughter you had with her, Laura's secret sister, and how that was the reason your wife had an affair with me.
You aren't really standing here in my house trying to blackmail me into giving you my permission to marry my daughter, are you?
Well, I wouldn't put it in those terms, but essentially, yes. That's
If you tell my daughter, I'll tell her how you tried to blackmail me. She'll hate you. She will.
either way, I'm screwed, and I won't have Laura, which makes me a man with nothing to lose. Very dangerous. so easily. In fact, I bet it'll be years, if ever, before she talks to me.
Mr. Hannah takes a moment to consider.
Well played.
Well played.
Really?
What do you think, dear?
Ooh, rather ingenious.
Well, then, Mother, I think he passed.
Oh, good Lord, I just love whims.
Pass.
Pass what?
Our test. Couldn't have our daughter marrying some wussy punk.
I don't understand.
Wait. To be straight, you're giving Billy your blessings to marry Laura.
You don't know what a test is, boy? I don't know, Mother. Maybe we should reconsider.
What he means is, yes, of course, you can marry her, even though Charles is a little sore from the whole, adultery thing. He knows how happy you make Laura, and it would stand between you would stand between her and happiness.
No, I wouldn't. Even if it's a pond scum like you.
Walking in on me, that
Like you'd run like a scared puppy. Probably make up some BS excuse to Laura and leave her for the end of our problems. But you surprised me. So go on, ask my daughter to marry you if you are lucky. She'll say yes. You break her heart. You. I will literally torture you for days until you wish for death, and then I'll wait a little longer. Finally off. Trust me. I know how to use it. No one will ever find it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good day.
John and Billy exit.
That was quick.
Well, I wanted to leave before they change their mind.
Silence while the boys ponder the events that have just occurred.
I don't even know what to say. That was indescribable.
Yeah, it was. Those two are crazy. I can see why they're together. Anyone else dating them would go insane.
Just think, dude, that's going to be your new mom and dad. You should ask Mr. Hannah if you can call him father. Maybe daddy. I like the sound of that.
No.
I wonder if Mr. Hannah will bring his rifle to the wedding. Maybe a shotgun.
Please.
A real shotgun wedding.
Dude, don't kill my buzz.
Screwing with you, man. Congrats. You actually pulled it up. You're getting married.
John and Billy choke as lights fade. Curtain.